Alright guys, so I'm about to install this light bar from CT Mods. I was at a Tesla event yesterday in Charlotte, and good friend Kevin Kingsmore, definitely check him out. But he wasn't going to use this daytime running light, and he gave it to me, so I'm definitely going to install it. Thanks again, Kevin. But with it, it replaces this plastic piece, and it kind of just makes the headlights, the lower there, look like one big light bar. But let me get it open here and let's see what's in the box. All right, let's see what's in this box. And I will say CT Mods does a great job of packaging their stuff. See, there is the replacement section. Then we have all the wiring in here. I never use these gloves. I don't know why they always send them. But let's see what's in here. We've got some electrical tape, a little tool, rod to pass some wires through, prying tool, some wires there, little communicating module, and the instructions. All right. Who needs those, right? Let me read these and I'll be right back with you guys. So guys, I'm just going to try to get through this. I've seen it a couple of times already on YouTube, some other channels. I've got a good idea how to do it, but we'll see. First thing is getting this out of the way. And I believe there are 3 clips you're supposed to remove. Let's see here. 1, 2, no, I see 4. All right, so we've got to pry those out, get this out of the way, and then we have to reuse our front here, this latch. So let me see if I can get these pried out here. They make things look so easy, you know. Let's see. Oh, there's one. That wasn't bad. Okay, I see how you do it now. You got to take it, press down on top, push straight down, and it'll push that down. And that's pretty simple to come out. Just got to know how to do it, I guess. But that falls right out. It's just a plastic piece. Next thing we need to undo is this little harness here. And if you haven't invested in some of these little tools, kind of look like a dental pick. So I'm not sure if you saw it. What you're going to do is pull that little, on mine it's gray. And that should, let's see here if it has a little place to pull this out. Usually always like a little pin to push down or something. You think this wouldn't be that hard. I just got to find the release for it. Well, all right, guys. I'm just gonna go research this a little bit more so I don't break it. I'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, everybody. So I'm just looking at this here, just kind of lining it up and kind of position it outside so you kind of know where everything is going. But what you're trying to do, you got to pass these two wires through, and the only place I see to do it is right through there. So that's going to be my next step, is to first put on the handle I just took out, put it in here, get the wiring harness connected, pass through these wires here, and then get this into place, and then finish the wiring. All right, everyone, so what I just did is kind of help protect this. I just kind of made a slit there in the plastic. I get this installed, but I'm gonna go ahead and put in the handle here. And there's only one way that you can put it in. You see, there's a slot here, and on the back, there's a little, I don't know what you call it, indentation, but you know where it goes. That just goes, line those two up. So I'm gonna turn it over there, and then just press that on. And when you hear it click, you're all good. Well, I was hoping to leave that plastic on, but it doesn't seem like it wants to stay on. You go ahead and plug in the harness here. That, push that back. Then I have to pass through these wires here. And bring you around here so you can see a little better. But I'm not sure if you can see them right. Yeah, right here. That little hole. That's where you're going to pass them through so you can get to them. So you're going to start the lower portion in first, the bottom, and then rock it into the top. Let me see here. Oh, it goes there. Line up the bottom. I can't remember if that was under, over. We're going to put it under for now. Maybe over. All right. So yeah, just kind of on the bottom here, push in. You'll hear everything snap in. But let me get all the wires hooked up here. Try to do that, but this is where I pass those. Just right there. Kind of looks like a horn, but I don't think it's a horn. I don't know what it is. Let me get the other wiring harness that we need to connect, and we'll get on with it. I did want to show you guys the wiring harnesses. are the wires. There's 3 separate ones here. The one with the module is going to go inside the truck. I'll show you where that goes here in a minute. This one goes from the, well, inside the truck to the front. This is the extension. This is the one you'll need this push rod for to get it through. Kind of looks like a curtain rod. And then this harness here is going to go up inside the front. And I believe, I've got to double check, but I'm pretty sure it ties into the headlights. All right, guys, so I'm still put here in the front. I'm going to use this wiring harness, and I need to get into this power spot. And basically what you're doing is making a Y in it to tap into the power supply. And this end and the purple end will go in this area, and then this little one here connects to there. So what you're going to do right here, I've already done it, but you're just going to push back this red clip here. Oh, let's move it back forward on me. Then kind of grab that. Usually these things just wiggle out, but one thing it doesn't help, I've got all this extra stuff here for the underglow. I am away. Let's see here. I don't see any pins or anything. I should just, slide out of the way. Oh, there we go. I didn't have the red piece pushed back far enough. Once I did, it just slid right out. And where did I put my harness that I had for it? Don't you hate when you lose stuff? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Right in front of me. But once again, this is the harness. It's got the purple end on it. Let's see. Back it off a little bit, maybe you can see a little better. So this end right here is going to connect to the end we just took out of the light there. Do I have that upside down? Let's see here. Oh, there we go. I think I just had it upside down. And relock it there. And then the end with the purple is going to go back in where we took out the red originally. So it just snaps into place. And you push that little locking tab there. And then this end will connect there. And there's no way you can mess it up because it only can go in one way. Hope that's still in frame for you. Yeah, there we go. Those two ends are together. And now we need to move to the inside. We've got to connect the module and then run the cable from inside the cab to up the front. So guys, what we're doing here, we've got to gain access inside this panel. And you need to first remove this little piece. That's where you're going to use your pry bar, your pry tool. once you have this off, and then you can pry this away. And there is 4 clips on it. When you take it out, just make sure you still have all your clips in place. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to remove the lower panel. Just going to grab it. It just clips. Bring you in a little closer. All this is just clipped in, and it just kind of peels away. So it might be in your view, but I'll show you what you really need to focus on. So, first thing down here is to get this out of the way. You can just lean it to the side, and then we're trying to get in here to this pin, and all our wiring we need to get to is behind there. Let me get positioned a little better, and I'll show you what to do behind there. All right, guys, so once you've got your, let me get this music turned off. Once you got your panel off, you'll notice your carpet's here, and you're going to have a little pin that you need to remove right here. Just pull that out towards you. You can do this with a flathead screwdriver. It's actually probably easiest to do it with that, but I'll try this. So the pin's out, it's just not wanting to come out for me. Usually I have like I said, a flathead and just pop it right out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go get a flathead or a pair of pliers to pull it out. I'll be right back. I did want to show, before I use pair of pliers, the tool they provide, the end does stick behind there so you can get that out. So you don't need a pair of pliers or a flathead. So once you have that out, then you can get down to here where we need to go. So I actually have a CarPlay C9 screen installed, and it's actually connected here. Well, originally here's a dark blue, and that's where you need to connect. But I'm just going to piggyback everything in and go from there. I guess so. Once again, I'm going to undo this harness from there. So I can do it one-handed. There's a little tap I need to push. You can see it coming down right there. And then I'm going to tie in this harness with the module. Right there. But you've got your harness here. I have that in the right way. Let's see here. I think that's correct. So, yep. That snaps together. And then this end is going to go back up in where the blue, we unplugged it there. you said, easier than done. Let's see here. It's kind of tight with all those extra harnesses in there. Like I said, I do already have a harness in there from a C9 screen. If I could just get it turned. I'm not sure I can do it with this camera in my way, but at least I think I got it started. I didn't hear it snap, but it's in there. I usually like to hear that snap. And then you'll notice we still have another end of the harness, and it's going to connect right there. So as you'll notice, we still have two ends here that we need to plug in somewhere, and it's just going to go, see if I can find it there, and right here, right where this tag is, and you're just going to tap into that. And let's see, there's just a little tab you pull out. See if I find the correct way to put these in. Plug that one in. And then plug that in there. All you have to do is just tuck that in back there and it'll be out of the way. And you'll notice there's one end left. So this is the end we've got to connect from here back to the front. And that's where that long wiring harness comes into play. So now we've got to connect that long wiring harness, get it from the front. I'm not sure if you can see that. But this is where that little not wiring, but that rod's going to come into play. You can see right up through there. And what we're going to do is bring that in. We're going to pass it through this hole here with this grommet on it. That grommet will come off. And we're trying to get it down here to this void here. And that way you can make the connection there. So for this step, you're going to need two things. First thing, you need that long wiring harness. And let me check these ends here. I think they're both the same. Both ends are the same, so it doesn't matter which one you pass through. And you're going to need your long curtain rod here, it looks like. And what you're going to do, first thing I'm going to do is pass this through, and then to get to where we need to go, and then I'll connect the wiring harness. And I believe this is actually a curtain rod. I mean, if it works, it works. The better thing would probably be to use if you got a glow stick. I mean, because this is just a cheap curtain rod. But let me see if I can get everything out of my way here. You kind of see daylight back through there through the fender. I'm just trying to aim for that. I might actually have to go to the other side and start it, but let me see here. Guys, I think I'll go to the other side and see if I can start it at that end. Yeah, so it's easier. I'll show you here in just a second. But it's easier to come to this end and start it. But it's easier to come around, pry this little rubber piece out of your way, and push that rod straight through. So they do give you some electrical tape. What you're going to do is just use that to tie it. Well, not tie, just kind of wrap it to that push rod or curtain rod. Let's see here. Sometimes it's not good having big fingers. Or is it? Anyway, let's see here. All you're trying to do is just wrap that around just enough to hold it so you can pull it back through. Like I said, it'd be easier if you had a glow stick, I think. Heck, you can use a wire clothes hanger. People still have those. I do. But yeah, you're just gonna tie it like that, wrap it like that, and then hopefully it stays on there so we can just pull it through. And voila, we got it there. And if you need to hang some curtains, you got a curtain rod. So our next step is we gotta get that down to where we need it. And what do I do with my little pick at? I think it comes in handy. I don't know, I put it somewhere, I don't know where it's at. So guys, if you're a person like me, you'll be working with a tool. You'll lay it down for just a split second. I mean, then it's lost. But let me see it. Hoping you can see that. That's just a little round rubber grommet there. Let's see if that tool they give, it might work easier, the little pry tool. Let's see here. So yeah, that little pry tool is the trick. Just use that in, it'll come right out. And actually, I'm glad to see that it has these little cutouts already. And if you'll, what you can do is after you get this in, just line that up. See, it'll sit flush right in there. The next step is to pass it from here down to that open area I showed you before. So guys, I'm not sure if you can see in there too well, but I wanted to show you. See here, when you go into the hole, don't try to just go straight down because you won't go anywhere. Pass it through a little bit, and then you can stick your finger in there. Stick your finger in that hole, and you'll feel it start to go down. Sorry about the sun glare, guys, but I tried just passing that, down through the hole and just make, like, maybe it will just drop down, but it didn't. But I have these, it's like a 2.5, 3 foot wire tie, and I passed that down through, and it went straight down. So, I mean, if you got anything that will pass down through there, you see there, it's a lot easier. So, just like I did before, I'm just gonna tape to this end and pull it through. So I've got it taped on there. And let's see here if I can, let's get that started. A hole there. See, I'm pulling there. And there it is. So this is the last connection you have to make, is with this wiring harness. You got to connect it here. It's like right there. And then back up in the front. So let's see here. I'm not sure if you can see. Let me tilt it up a little bit. I still need to pass this down through. Let's see what's the best way. Really anywhere you can feed it through. I can just right there. So the washer fluid. Maybe. Is there a hole there? Yeah, it's definitely going to have to pass underneath there. So let's see. You have smaller hands, it'd be better. Not sure if you can see that over there, but I passed it through here, come out there. You'll see here, so it's in frame, that's coming off the light itself we just installed. You're going to connect that there. I always like hearing that little snap. But as far as wiring, I mean, it should work. So before I put the front back in, close up everything, I'm going to see, first I'm going to see if this front still works. Let's see here. I wonder if it'll close. Oh. All right. So we're good there. Let's see here. Huh. I'm going to say it's a little more difficult to get your fingers up in there to use that. And I think it may stick out a little bit more. I mean, it's pushed in all the way. But to me, maybe just because I've got big fingers, it was a little bit more difficult to push that. But let me go turn on the headlights and see if the bar is actually working. So this is the moment of truth. Let me walk in the truck here and get it headlights turned on. You guys will actually know before I do. Let's see your lights. Let's see, on. It says they're on. Let's see if they actually are. And it works. You do need that pry tool, and you need to hide all that module. Find a good place for it. A good place is down behind there, and to put don't forget to put your pin back in there. So you can just use your pry tool, stick underneath there, or your finger. Just work it all the way back around. But what you're going to do is, like I said, use this pry tool Then put the rubber piece back over your molding here, and stick back in your cap.
It's actually better to kind of just use your fingers.
So yeah, you just work that around with your finger. And then we're going to put that little grommet back in. Remember I said try to line this up with those cutouts there. And hopefully they'll just, well, yeah, there we go. You can see it there maybe. Come around. Right there. Yeah, it's pretty well hidden out of the way. So the only thing left to do is to put the front liner back in, and that'll be it. Just doing a little check in here, make sure everything's kind of out of the way where I want it to be. I think I do want these, I'm not sure if you can see this, I've got a light bar, M&R light bar down below. I think I want those to be under that line, so let me just regrab those. One thing you want to do, don't forget, is to connect your harness back up to your side switch here. I always get asked about this little switch. It's just for the underglow. But the last things you have to do are, let's see here, put these little I don't even know what they're called, little bumpers, whatever they're called, back in, and then your 6 bolts. 2 there, 2 there, 1 there, 1 over here, and then back your upper shroud there.
You gotta do like so, everybody, when you're putting your screws or a bolt back in. Start by hand first, and then if you're gonna use a power tool, then use it. Because if you use a power tool first, you're more likely to strip it.
And guys, if you do take your frunk out, the liner, this upper piece, you put it back in, make sure you do the weather stripping, the molding correctly. This piece needs to be over top of this, because if it's not, you could get leaks in here. And I get a lot of questions of, what is Cyberbench? Well, it's a seat for the front, very comfortable. It's automotive grade. It's not like the cheap pads that you do see on Amazon or some of the sites there, but it's much more comfortable. But if you're interested, just go to cyberbench.com and check them out. And also, if you need a wrap for your truck, we do wraps as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thanks to Kevin for the running light there. And I'm gonna get some shots later tonight just to see what it looks like. But guys, you have a good day, and be nice to one another out there. I've seen so much hate lately. It's just ridiculous. Act like adults, not children. We're not in high school anymore. We've got just a limited time on this earth, so let's just be good to one another. All right, guys, take care.